I couldn't wait to get the gloves off. It's make the fight easier for me. My hands, I don't have no problem with my hands. I'm Jermaine, Timeless White.
What's going on, everybody? Got an interview today with my man Jermaine, Too Sweet White. Jermaine the Hawk White. He's a man with many nicknames. He's a legend in Gary, Indiana, and he's blessing your boy on a channel with some of his knowledge and his boxing expertise. Everybody, welcome Jermaine White.
What's going on, y'all? What up, y'all? How y'all doing? All right.
Yeah, but tell the people about yourself, your career, and things of that nature.
Yeah, okay, I can do that. In my career, boxing in Gary, Indiana, as an amateur, I started. Well, I was always fighting and learning how to fight the proper way. The regular, traditional boxing. Since I was maybe 5-6 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I went from that. Then I went to started in Atlanta, Georgia. When I was 4 or 5 years old. Then I moved up to Gary, where most of my family is at in the Chicago area, and that's when I started taking on boxing to another level. When I took it to the competition level and started winning tournaments, state championships, and things like that, regional championships, and moving and fighting in the nationals and things like that. And then I turned pro after I was going to go to the Eastern Olympic trials, and then my book. Well, if you guys don't know what book is, the book is your amateur boxing license. You have to get it renewed every January, and in January, that's when the last qualifying spot for the Olympics was the Eastern Olympic trials tournament. So since I didn't get my stuff back in time, I turned pro a couple of weeks later, had my first pro fight, won by first round knockout, and I started my thing, man, and I became a pretty positive prospect in the case, one of the best prospects in coming up at the time, one of the best. In some of these fights, they said I was the best boxer in the Midwest at that time.
Now, what year was this? Around what time?
I turned pro in 2004, and when they started celebrating me for saying I was the best fighter in the Midwest was in 2008. 2006, my fault. Sorry, 2006, because in the Chavez fight when I fought Julio Cesar Chavez, the commentators was stating that I was the best boxer in the Midwest, and some of the was it Fight News and things like that said that also. So it was something I wore with a lot of pride because of the fact that it was a couple of world champions that came from the Midwest, Devin Alexander, at the same time. Well, at that time period, they was trying to make me fight at lightweight, and that's why I fought Peterson at lightweight, where I had my back went out in the fight. And matter of fact, my back went out before the fight, and then it got worse in the fight when he got to hit me on the cup, and it jumped back even worse, and I couldn't even hardly walk. I was just forcing myself to fight, and I had to quit on the stool.
So you shared the ring with Anthony Peterson, Lamont Peterson's younger brother, right?
Yes, okay. And at the time period, not Lamont, but Anthony was the better of the two at the time. They had him ranked number 9 by Ring. What's it called? The Ring magazine.
Mm-hmm.
They had him ranked number 9 at the time. So I realized at that time, after seeing that, I realized man, if this dude ranked that high and I just fought him, where should I rank at? You know what I'm saying? so I took that fight on the short notice. All my boxing losses was fights I took on short notice, and other BS crap that went on with the fights too. So it's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes it's like that. If you don't have a strong enough person behind you to back you. And no matter how good you are, and that's what fight fans need to understand. boxing isn't always about how talented or gifted or how many skills you have in the ring. It's all about who's gonna put you in the right position. That's why matchmakers make it to the Hall of Fame. That's why managers make it to the Hall of Fame and promoters make it to the Hall of Fame. All those key people makes a fighter a promising fighter. If you don't have those, you become nothing. And I've seen a lot of great fighters that I knew from the amateurs that dominated the amateurs that turned pro that didn't have those elements became nothing.
Damn. So you would recommend to a young up-and-coming fighter to make sure you got the right people behind you, the right team behind you, and people that have your best interest in mind, right?
Yes, you got to. I mean, anybody can, just like they told me before, a lot of people would throw the towels over their shoulder and call themselves a coach, and drive these guys straight to the mud, you know, and it's the same thing with managers. They put you in big fights, you get a good record. Oh, you're 10-0 now. You need to fight somebody. That's the key word that they say. So anybody who's watching this, if a guy come to you, tell you he's a manager and he tells you that you need to fight somebody, he don't know shit. Because that's what they be able to make you feel. You feel you got to fight King Kong to get a shot at Mayweather. You got to fight King Kong to get a shot at Shane Mosley. And it's not true. When you look at a lot of these guys' records, man, you know, they didn't. You know, look at like Floyd Mayweather, for example. When he first got his first world title, how many world beaters did he beat to get to that point? Zero. He fought a guy like 21-6, and now he's a contender. Then he fought, you know, and he fought dude, and he beat dude, and he's the champion of the world. What was his name? Hernandez. Dang, I can't think of his name right now.
Gennaro Hernandez, was it Gennaro?
Gennaro, yep, Gennaro.
Yeah.
You know, boxing is about a strategy. You gotta. If you have a talented fighter, that's good. If you don't have a talented fighter, it don't matter. If you got a guy, and you got the money and the power to push him across, you know, to the win column, you know, get him wins, and you can get him probably a title shot. And you know, and if he wins it, he wins it. If you don't, try again. So
you say you could be? Let me ask you this: would you say that if you're a good fighter, really good, so you saying that don't matter? Like you could be as good as the next best thing, but if you ain't got the right people, if you're not a guy that they don't see as marketable, they'll just pretty much have you set up as an opponent for guys, or
they're gonna try that route, especially guys who don't want to invest or don't have the money to invest. That's what they'll do to you. They'll come at you in an angle like this. Oh man, you gotta fight somebody, man. You know, man, look at such and such. He ain't nobody. Fight him, man. You can beat him. So if you think on the same wavelength of what they're saying, that's what you're gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take these fights, and those fights is guys, if it's not their backyard, it's their promoter's card. They're not putting their own fighters to lose. They're trying to make millions off these guys.
Right.
Why would they set up their guys to lose? Why? What's in it for them? Why would I want my guy to lose?
Right.
If I was a manager or a promoter, why would I want my guy to lose? Unless I'd rather sell out for the shortcomings instead of the big comings that I could have if I just invest a little more. And that's just the way it goes.
Now, as up and coming, who are some of the guys you shared the ring with as an amateur and a pro?
Oh man, I've been in the ring with, now including the guys who just became champion, now probably about 36 world champions now. Wow.
So it'll be a little bit too long to name them all, but who are some of the more notable guys that most boxing fans have heard of?
Zab, Judah, well, now world champion Devin Haney. You know, when he was a kid, I trained in his gym. You know, And I know him. I watched the little kid grow up. I watched him grow up into a man and become a champion.
Mm-hmm.
And he reminds me of myself with a better chance. You know, better chance. He reminds me of myself. Came out of the same gym.
So Devin Haney has a real chance. So you mean like Devin Haney? He got the money behind him.
Yes.
He got the support. He got the management
and the promotion.
He can go a long way.
Yes, and he can now, with all that behind him, now he can become the face of boxing.
Yeah.
You know, he could become one of the pound for pounds.
So you would say it's not easy to even get to that road to be a guy that's recognized as the pound for pound or, you know, the cash cow. That's not an easy road, huh?
No, it's a lot of investment. It's a lot of sacrifice for whoever's backing the fighter. It's a lot of stuff they have to do. I mean, we can just go down. We just talk about Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Arum didn't want to invest in him like that. He wanted pay-per-view fights. Bob Arum didn't want to do pay-per-view because black people don't support black people like that until he started smashing big name guys like Oscar De La Hoya. And that was a cash cow of boxing. And when he beat the cash cow of boxing, then he started making that huge money. Mm-hmm. Other than that, before that, he was great. He was one of the best fighters out there, but he wasn't making the money like De La Hoya's. He wasn't making that kind of money.
Right.
And he beat De La Hoya.
Right. And that's when he left. I think he left Top Rank, and then that's when he fought De La Hoya, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I think a Golden Boy type promotion.
Yeah.
But so who was some of the guys that who would say that gave you the hardest blow, like hit you the hardest, and in the ring?
Hit me the hardest. All the motherfuckers hit hard. Shit.
Hey, that's a good answer.
I don't want to get hit by none of them. But if I get hit by them, you know, I just turn into a bee's nest and I just try to get them all over the place. You know, try to hit. I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Edwin Valero, he was one of the hardest hitting guys. At the time I didn't know who he was. Nobody wanted to spar with him. Don't go over there.
A little bit of background on that story with Edwin Valero.
Man, me and him ended up becoming cool, even though he could barely speak English.
Right.
He was a good dude, man. At the time, Kenny Adams, you know, the former Olympic coach, was training him and Jorge Linares at the time.
Ooh, that was a while ago then. Jorge Linares was around for a while.
Yeah, Jorge Linares was world champion at featherweight, you know. Edwin Valero was champion at junior lightweight. And these dudes was like sensational, you know what I'm saying, to the world over there on the east side of the hemisphere, you know. Mm-hmm. And I ain't know nothing about them. I didn't care, you know what I'm saying, because at that time my boxing license was suspended. So, and outside of that, I was a cement mason, a cement finisher, and at that time it's an economic crash, so there was no money coming in for me. So this what made me survive. I boxed everybody.
So you was sparring guys and helping guys in camp and things of that nature?
Yep. That's what kept me alive and me and my family. That's what kept me and my family going, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy, but man, I mean, I did some crazy stuff, man. I box all day long, literally all day long. I'll go box. I'll box Edwin Valero at noon, then box Zab Judah at 4 o'clock, then box Kid Diamond at 6 o'clock. Then go on home.
Damn. One of my homeboys said he sparred with Zab. You know, he ain't necessarily a pro or anything, but he said that dude he's a bigger guy. But he said Zab was crazy strong. He said dude was like a freakishly strong. Like
yes, he was strong. He was really strong. He had a real strong right hook and he had a real strong left uppercut. But with my style of fighting, which was good for those guys, and the reason why it was good for them in preparation, The reason why I was so good for them because I kept my head moving.
Right.
It's hard for them to land.
Almost like a Mike Tyson-ish style, the peekaboo.
Yeah.
Is that what you?
Right. We call it a peekaboo or a windshield wiper. You know. And then if I move on this side, if I move to this side, I'm loading this hand up. You know what I'm saying? If I move to this side, I'm loading the other hand up. So if you miss and I'm in punching range, you in trouble. I might knock you out with that one punch. Yep. That's how I go. And the same thing for Mike. Anybody with that kind of style, with that head movement like that, it sets up your punches.
Right. Now, that seems like it's a rare style. Like, you don't see too many guys that use that style. Like, you don't see too many guys that use the old school, you know, peekaboo style. Like, I see you, Mike Tyson, Floyd Patterson.
Yeah.
But
see, the difference is, I use all of that. I shoulder roll too. I pull all. You put all those ingredients in a product, and that's what you're gonna come out with. You're gonna come out with all kinds of shit. You can't read me. Oh, he's doing this. He's moving his head left to right like Mike Tyson. So throw the uppercut, and then I hit you with a shoulder roll, and then hit you with another right hand. Then what? You know what I'm saying? So you got to use all that, because a championship fight is a 12-round bout.
Right.
And you can't be. A lot of these guys today is one-dimensional. They only box one way, and if they can't beat you that one way, they get mad. See, I was ready. When I was boxing as an amateur, you got to have a couple of styles. You got to have a boxing style where you're fighting a strong fighter who can erase your existence in one shot. You got to know how to get the fuck away from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to get on your toes and dance. Then you got to know how to fight guys who can't fight up close. As you can see in a lot of these videos, I throw a lot of short shots.
Right.
It may not look like they hit hard, but that's all my weight.
Yeah, all body.
That's my whole body. And a lot of these guys, 95% of these guys can't fight on the inside. That's a lost art in its own by itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you fight on the inside like that, man, you can't see the punch coming, and it's coming with all the weight and power behind it. So if I could hit you with one of those shots, you're gone. You know what I'm saying?
That seems like that's a very very effective style.
It is.
But it seems like you got to have a lot of stamina to use that style. Would you agree?
Yes, you gotta have stamina to move your head, because that's a lot of energy you gotta exert. You're exerting a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? And then especially a person like me who throws punches and bunches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of energy to throw those type of shots. So yes, you got to be in shape. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. When I was fighting these guys, I wasn't really. Let me just give the world something that they don't understand. Every big fight, televised fight, fighters, especially the fighters whose promoter throwing the show, they gave them training expense money. Prime example, Mike Tyson or anybody like that, any heavyweight champion, they'll get $1 million training expense money.
So they ain't got to pay for camp or nothing. They just go work, basically, and everything's paid for.
Yeah, and what they try to do in most cases, which I don't blame nobody for doing, is you try to cheapskate your way out. You know, I got $1 million, but I'm going to pay these guys this amount of money so I can keep some of that money for myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I make them feel special because I'm going to get everybody jumpsuits. You know what I'm saying? I get them all Nike jumpsuits.
Right.
You know, shit like that. You know, you get a training expense money and stuff like that. That pays for your nutritionist. That pays for your training camp, your sparring partners. You got them all on deck. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
if you're a fighter who don't have that type of backing to get the sparring partners, to get the right nutritionist, it's gonna be really hard for you then.
Exactly.
Jesus.
So like with me, okay, like one of my last fights, I was at Mayweather's boxing gym. Bunch of, you get you get people from all over the world to come there. I don't know these people. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they pro, about to turn pro, had 10, 12. I don't know. I've been around so long, I can't even tell the difference no more. Before you could tell, like, oh yeah, he a pro.
Right.
Only way you can tell now is how good they are. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. But today, you get guys that's kind of mediocre and they can win a world title. Yeah, So anyway, I was sparring. I was tapping the guy, and I hit him with the left shot to the body. Boom! And I had to take him out the ring. Put another one in there. Pop, 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 pop. Boom! But he was gonna try to tough it out. He didn't want to go out like dude. So pop, pop, pop. Bam! He gone. He gone too. Who want to spar with Jermaine? I'll get in there with him. All right. Same thing. Boop, boop, boop. So if I don't have the money to keep guys in the gym to spar with me when I need sparring, how the hell I'm gonna get ready? Right.
Damn.
So that's the thing. Sometimes you could be good, like what's his name? Charles, what's the name? Say he was too good for his. He was saying he told Sugar Ray Robinson. SugarRay Robinson told him he's too good for his own good.
Charlie Burley.
Yeah,
Charlie Burley. Yeah.
He told Charlie Burley too good for his own good, and sometimes you can be too good for your own good because then
we see a lot of that today too. We see a lot of that.
Yeah.
That, kind of getting left on the back burner. On the outside looking in, can't get a big fight.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you about some guys today. What do you think about the Pacquiao-Spence fight, and do Pacquiao at 42 years old have a chance to beat one of the best guys today in Errol Spence Jr.?
Of course he has a chance because he has a fist. But will he win? Who knows? That's hard to say he can win that fight because of the fact that he's older.
Right.
Now, I'm going to tell you something, and I want you to see it for yourself. You can look it up or think about it.
Okay.
The worst thing a fighter can do is not fight and be off. That's the worst thing you can do. Think about it. Every fighter you saw that took off a long time and tried to come back, besides Floyd Mayweather, it didn't look as good. If they won like Andre Ward did, he won against Kovalev, but if his name wasn't Andre Ward, it was just somebody else, he probably would have lost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And time out of the ring is the worst thing you could do to a fighter.
Now you think that at Pacquiao's age, you think time off might have been good for him?
It might have been good, but I don't know what he's doing in the gym. If he's still in the gym, he might be able to pull it off. Because he has a style, that in and out style is one of the hardest styles to beat. You have to have good footwork. Both you got. Manny Pacquiao has good footwork. Spence have to have good footwork to beat him.
So you saying the feet is going to be one of the key factors in that fight, the footwork.
Yes. Footwork is a key factor in every fight. In all fights, if they know how to use it or not.
Right.
That's the thing. If you know how to play the distance, like look at Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray played the distance and he beat almost everybody he faced. If he didn't take so much time off, he probably wouldn't have lost. He probably only lost that fight against Duran, and that'd be it.
Right. And
the reason why he lost to Duran was because Duran had foot fast enough feet to get inside and stay on the inside. And out hustle him. That's what that came down to. That fight came down to the hustle range. He out hustled. He edged him a little bit. He out edged him a little bit. That's what that came down to. Yep.
So you say that Pacquiao, he may have a chance
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's still fast.
He's still fast, man. I seen a video of him. He is still fast, dude. That shit crazy.
Yeah, he's still fast. And he has good footwork. So that gives him a chance in every fight, in any fight.
Right.
Because he able to get inside, getting his punch. Back in Chicago, I had a trainer named Henry Sims, and he used to call it your punching zone. So the punching zone is just the area where your punches is the most fastest, where you're not reaching and nothing like that. It's just where in the zone where you have to punch, right, where you punch guys. Pacquiao know how to get in his punch zone and get out. And when he gets out, you have to either chase him down and risk a chance of getting hit with shots yourself, trying to get close, or you have to set him up. See, Floyd had a long reach.
Yeah,
Floyd had good footwork also, so he knew how to get in, blitz step, get in, hit them with a jab, get out of the way. He knew how to do it too.
Right.
He used the most simple punches, which is a jab.
Yeah, he did a lot of simple boxing in that fight.
Yes.
Nothing flashy, nothing fancy, just straight punches.
He didn't even really lead with left hooks.
Nope.
In that fight like he usually do. He threw a jab. If you could hit a person with a jab, you can hit him with a right hand. So a jab, lead right hand, boom, and then smother him. And that's what he's been doing for most of his fights. So he just is good with basics because he has good basics. Well, a lot of fighters don't. You know, their footwork is trash, you know, and they don't have footwork. They a lot of these guys sit in the pocket and just bang. Just like a lot of no disrespect to the Mexican fighters or nothing like that, but a lot of Mexican fighters, you know, that's their style. That's why Floyd chose to fight Marquez, because he felt that his footwork would be able to keep him from any trouble with a guy that's smaller, that you really don't utilize his footwork like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, because he's not really an in and out guy. He don't hurry up and get in, you know, take that hurry up, that fast, quick first step and get in and then and then he's gone. He don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd, on the other hand, can. And on the other hand, Floyd is a longer, taller, more rangier guy than Marquez. So he's able to do that. So that's what they told me. One of the guys of his camp told me, I ain't gonna say no names, but that's what he had told me, the reason why they picked that fight. Because they know he'll beat him. You know, it wasn't like it was a dangerous fight. Like, yeah, man, this dude here, he's fast. He's just as fast. He's tall. And, you know, he had the advantage. He had the length. He had the height. He had the weight. He had everything.
Nice.
So that's why he was able to do that. You know, and he was, you know, training before the fight was even made. You know, so before, I know people like, well, Floyd Mayweather took off a long time. Yeah, but he did. But he also was able to choose who he wanted to fight.
Right. Yeah, a lot of guys don't have that luxury of picking who they want to fight and win. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They know they may not be in great shape, so I'm going to go ahead and fight this guy. Because I think I can beat him when I'm not at my best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Yeah, I could. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, you know, Floyd was coming back, being off 2 years, say, all right, we fighting Paul Williams.
Yeah.
You know, a guy who can throw 1,100 punches a fight. They say he's 6'2", but he really probably 6'4". And he a southpaw.
Yes.
Man, that's all types of, you know.
And he got power too. Like Paul Williams was a monster.
Yeah. And he was man, and he powerful dude, man. You know, I mean, if he didn't have that car accident, he could have done some great things. But, you know,
now,
yes, he lost some fights.
Speaking of Floyd, what do you think about the Logan Paul fight?
It's an interesting one. And the reason why it's interesting is because this guy, 190 pounds, 195.
He looks huge.
Huge. So, I told, because, you know, I just flown out here to Vegas. You know, I don't live out in Vegas no more. I'm down here visiting him here for Marshawn Lynch's sister's wedding, marrying our friend Brandy Foster. Yeah. Yeah, and so I'm down here, and that's why you see me dressed up in my little walking suit. I'm about to go to this reception in a few.
That's
But anyway, I went down to the Floyd's gym to go holler at some of my guys down there. You know, some of the guys that helped Floyd, you know, run this program that he got going. You know, his promotion and stuff like that. And I was telling them, you know, hey, I said Floyd got to be careful. Yeah, he's gonna knock him out. Yeah, he could. Not saying he, you know, I don't have no crystal ball or nothing. But the thing is this, you can't if I was a trainer in Floyd in Paul's corner, I would say go 3 rounds, try to box him, size him, give him a little boxing show. Go to his nuts hard as you can.
So you saying for Logan Paul to do that to Floyd?
Yep. and while he grabbing his balls and complaining to the ref, then try to steal on him.
Ooh. He might do some shit like that though.
I'm expecting that. Because why? Is because he's a young man. He's young. He got a long life ahead of him. And that will, I mean, even though people will hate you for it, but at the same time, you show the Superman how vulnerable he can be, you know. And with him being 190 pounds, if you can still on him while he holding his balls, complaining to the ref, and you hit him with a hard left hook or a right hand or something, you might be able to knock him out. If you don't knock him out, he's gonna be hurt pretty much most of that fight for a while. He's gonna be hurt for a while trying to recover from them shots. So like I said, he got to be careful. This ain't no regular. This ain't, you know, you don't know what this dude might do.
Right. You don't know what he gonna do. That's the thing. Like, he's not an experienced fighter. He may be rabbit punching you. He may be doing all kinds of shit, and he don't even know what he's doing because he's not a real fighter like that.
No,
I mean,
exactly.
the guy, he was getting hit. Dude was doing pad work. He was getting caught with shit. And, you know what I'm saying? But he's a big guy, and he can get so dirty. He can get dirty if he needs to.
Right, and that's the thing. That's why there are such thing is called weight classes. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why there's this thing called weight classes, because you fuck around and get in there with a guy, and you know he pick you up and slam you on your back. You know, like Paul Spataford did me in our fight. You know what I'm saying? What can you do? What can you do? Even though this is Floyd. See, Floyd have the refs is going to be in place. Everybody going to do fair officiating. So that's cool, but you know, but sometimes that one time that slam, he rather go with an L of being disqualified and giving the crowd something they want, because people want to see Floyd lose. People want to see Floyd get hurt. He might go in there and do what people want to see.
Yep, and don't give a fuck about the integrity of the sport. None of that.
None of that. And I mean, come on, man. Look at what's going on. We got a damn YouTuber fighting a fucking legend. And he's about to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. He's about to make more money than I ever made. And I'm a real fighter.
Right. How do you feel about that? Like, if you being a blue collar fighter, a fighter that, you know what I'm saying, that really worked his whole life to, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that when you see a random fucking YouTuber just about to be fighting Floyd Mayweather, making millions of dollars? Like, don't that make you feel a certain type of way? Like, I mean, hungry as hell up in these camps, starving and shit, sparring motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. And you know, I'm not mad. A lot of people are. I see people, they feel disrespected. They feel the sport is being disrespected. I look at it as entertainment. They goofy, and only silly people. I mean, I'm not into that. I might, but the thing is, I might still watch it. I can't say that it's not a funny. I think
you go check it out, see what happens.
Yeah, I want to see what's gonna happen. You know, a lot of times I'm right about things, but I don't know where they level of head is at. But if I was anybody in Logan Paul's corner, that's what I'll tell him. I'll rough him up. Y'all lost the fight, but that's going to be a fight that nobody will ever forget.
Yeah, because he definitely has some advantages.
He got all,
I mean, he's fucking.
He gonna look like a little kid fighting his father in that fight.
Yeah,
Floyd gonna look like a little kid fighting his father in that fight, because that dude, that's a big guy. People don't realize there's a reason why there's weight classes, and you have to respect weight classes, because weight classes, you know, I don't care if you just lost. You just think of it like this: of a guy dehydrated himself to lose those 5 pounds, and this other guy didn't. That guy who didn't is gonna be way stronger than that guy who dehydrated himself.
Right.
And a guy who dehydrated himself is going to look smaller than the guy who didn't. It happens every time. Every time. You know, that's just something you just don't do.
Right. Wow.
You know, I mean, you do it if you do what you have to do, but that's what it is in a lot of cases. But when you have a training camp, you ate right, and you know, you got somebody, you know, the nutritionist there, you got all this stuff, you got all these intangibles, you know, you're going to come out pretty much okay, because you took care of everything. But if you're just a hustler who can fight, you're just doing everything the best way you can.
Right.
You know? And a lot of times the best way you can is not the best. You know, and especially to somebody who's getting the best. So that's the problems with a lot of these you know, in boxing, where people don't understand or see with the naked eye.
So what's next for you? Are you making a comeback? Are you retired? Are you going to a training role? What's next for Jermaine White?
Man, I've been doing it all. Like I said, I used to train fighters at the Hit Factory. That was Devin Haney's and Bill Haney's gym that they had. I've been, like I said, I've seen little Devin grow up pretty much. I always was training guys. A lot of people feel that I'm so knowledgeable, I'll be better as a trainer.
I was just gonna say that.
You know, I probably will. You know, but I'm a fighter, man. You know, and this is fun.
So you still got that fire, huh?
I still got it, man. I get bored because I can't punch nobody in the face. You know what I'm saying? So until that grows out there and grows, you know, go away and grow while I grow and just grow away from being a fighter, then maybe that's when I'll stop. Right. But I still feel I have a few fights left in me. You know, I just seen I went to a shaman yesterday out here in Vegas, and it was so, I had chills, man. Dude gave me chills, man. He told me, well, I don't know this dude from Adam, right? And he came, and he was like, oh, the mighty warrior. The mighty warrior kills the bad guys. I said, what? I said, okay. He could have guessed that, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you first meet a shaman, somebody who's trying to read you, you're going to say maybe they trying or guessing or they fraud, you know, or fraud or something, right? So when I laid down so he can cleanse my chakras, and then he like, oh, so it was my turn. You know, my old lady went first. So then I was next, and he was like, oh, the mighty warrior. He said, oh, the mighty warrior. Okay, it's your turn now. Yeah, the mighty warrior. I'm tripping, right? I'm tripping. He said, you know you've been a mighty warrior for many millennia. I said, what? I said, maybe so. And the whole time while I'm sitting in meditation, I'm sitting there thinking about my life, because it was a lot of things that happened in my life as a child that I didn't say to nobody because I didn't want people to think I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I like fighting folks. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you that. So you actually like fighting? You actually like punching people? You like getting hit? You just like fighting?
I like fighting.
You just liked it?
It's fun. It was like playing tag.
Playing tag, playing basketball.
Yeah, playing tag, playing basketball. Hey, let's go in the back and box. I got some gloves. That's what it was. And I did that all my life. And it was some little kids, man. Like I was like 3, 4 years old. I know a lot of people can't remember that time, but I remember that time vividly, you know. And I used to be so embarrassed. I didn't tell nobody. I used to see them, man. I couldn't help it. I had to beat their ass every day. Every time I don't know why. It was him and his brother.
Oh, yeah, you said I just had to beat their ass.
Man, I don't know why. And I was like, man, to the point I felt bad. Like, why I do that? Like, man, I can't understand it. Like, and then like somebody, because it was like it was like something. It's like it was like something that made you want to fight them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was another. I remember I had a friend down there in Atlanta. His name was Jason, and I remember him saying something about how he can fight, and I'm like, dude, stop telling people you take a karate because you ain't. You lying. You can't fight, boy. And then he stunned it on me, and I just saw red. Man, I knocked him out.
Damn.
Yeah, I knocked him out, and I felt sorry for him. I'm like, man, why I do him like that? And I always fought people. So that when they told me that, when he told me that helped me understand. Maybe I am. Maybe I have been a warrior. Maybe I died fighting. And then, and it's just in me, because I was a little bitty dude. What I know about fighting people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What did I learn that from? When I learned how to ball my fist up and sock somebody or body slam them and shit. What I learned that from,
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I always knew that, how to do it.
And then Shaman guy knew that, right?
Yeah, and he knew that off the grip. He felt my hands, and he said my energy. See, he was channeling at the same time, And so he'd be talking about something, then all of a sudden he'd jump to something else. Like, what? Because that's how the information is coming to him. When he's channeling.
Wow.
So, yeah, man, he messed me up, man. I had to chill, bro. Yeah, I had to chill.
Man,
That's
hell of a that'll freak me out. Like, wait a minute, dude, how you know that? Like,
right, how you know?
Yeah.
And he kept on referring to me as the mighty warrior.
That's crazy. And
he had when it was all over, I showed him my Wikipedia, my in my Google, my pictures and stuff on Google, and showed him. He started laughing.
Yeah, you can Google.
Said, I knew you was a warrior. See, I knew you always been a warrior.
That's tight. So you plan on fighting again, or you trying to get something, or?
Yeah.
I remember you was trying to do the bare knuckle thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but that company, the COVID-19 shut everything because we was gonna do a TV show, and we was gonna live in the big what's it called? A big compound, 14 bedrooms, and every bedroom had had two bathtubs, two bathrooms in every room. So yeah, we was gonna do it. I was looking forward to it. I wasn't gonna make a long life career out of it. I was just gonna use it to become champion in that, and then try to jump into the boxing and get a championship in that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, would it be hard for you right now in boxing to get ranked and to get some fights?
Nope.
Nah,
man. Got the hookup now, so it's a different story this time around.
Oh yeah.
I want to make history, man. I don't care about I'm gonna be straight either way it go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The house I'm living in now, I was just telling my cousins and them here. I said my house just went up to 1.35.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm straight. All the things I thought I had to get, all the things that I thought I had to get through boxing, I'm getting through it. I'm getting it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just something just for fun, just the itch you can scratch.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, if I can get some Floyd Mayweather money, that'd be good. But if I don't get it, I don't get it. But it ain't even about that. I want revenge, man.
And what do you mean by revenge?
All them bullshit ass promoters and these bullshit ass systems and they bullshit how they do. I just want to come in and smash their whole asses. That's all.
So you talk about politics. So you want revenge against the politics.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, that's all. And I just want, and all the motherfuckers, oh, Jermaine, he ain't this. I had a fucking troll ass motherfucker on my what was that? My Instagram. He was trolling me and shit. Oh, you lost fights, because when you look, I guess these new boxing fans is
you can't lose. You can't lose. You can't get hit. You can't hit the deck. You can't do nothing no more in boxing, bro.
But see,
you gotta be Floyd Mayweather now. You can't get hit. You can't get hit with a jab. None of that.
And see, the thing is, I've been watching boxing way longer. I've been around way longer than a lot of these new boxing fans. So the thing is this: and this is what you could go to the online things and tell them too.
Mm-hmm.
One of my trainers told me they feminine.
Mm-hmm.
They feminine.
Mm-hmm.
They too soft to lose, so they don't think nobody else supposed to lose. But this is a sport. This is a warrior sport. I'm a warrior. Like I told you, Deshaun told me I'm a fucking warrior. I've been a warrior. So losing, you don't. Only way you lose is if you die. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Goddamn. That's the only way you're gonna lose if you die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, I ain't dead, so I'm gonna lose. I can fight again. You know what I'm saying? I ain't dead. And, I'm not too
in boxing, you can't lose.
Yeah.
None of that, man. It's really ugly for a lot of fighters, especially guys who really trying to make a name for themselves or trying to come up in the sport. They may have a rocky fight, a tough fight, and they may lose or they may look bad, and then they get written off, and then it's over for them.
Yeah.
It's ugly.
Yeah. What's my homie name? I ain't talked to him in a minute. Down there from Miami. Homeboy Freddie Pimpton. See, they won't even give him no credit. But you talk to the old timers like my former trainer Roger Mayweather. Shit, Freddie Pimpton he said that's the best opponent of all time. The person who came in as an opponent.
Right.
That's what because he was what 15-15 and turned his career around, became a champion of the world.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He had a right hand. He knocked Roger out like in the first or second round.
Damn.
Yeah, he knocked him out early. Maybe the sixth round. Maybe I'm getting him mixed up with the Rocky Lockridge fight. Because I know one of them knocked Roger out early. But both of them knocked him out. It don't matter what round. He knocked him out. First to the sixth round. He got knocked out by Freddie Pimpton. You know what I'm saying? Period. And
he was 15-15.
Huh?
Yeah, he was 15-15 and he turned his career around.
And won the world title.
Well, it's kind of like, you got some guys today like Ugas, who didn't look like, he became a world champion. Who else? Tevin Farmer, another guy that,
But no, they none of them went to that level though. Only one in recent years that came from that level was Sam Solomon. Am I saying his name right? The middleweight, The middleweight that lost his belt to Jermaine Taylor.
Yeah, Sam Solomon.
He was like 1-7, and then turned his career around and then became the IBF middleweight champion of the world.
So it's possible.
So motherfuckers can't. My message is to the youngsters and the new young up and coming fighters. Don't worry about the record and losses and bullshit. That's all bullshit. It's all about your soul and how bad you want it. If you want it bad enough, you'll stick with it and go with it. Mayweather wanted it bad enough. That's why he got the money. Mayweather thing was he wanted to have the money. He didn't want. All he had to do was say he was the greatest, and people gonna believe it because he's undefeated. But his main objective was to go after the money. That's what he went after. He wasn't doing like Ali. Ali fought everybody who had a name. He fought him. He tried to fight him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he fought everybody.
He fought literally everybody. He tried to fight everybody he could. They were supposed to be bad because he wanted to be the greatest. Now, Mayweather, on the hand, if he can make big money off of it, that's what he went after. He didn't go after, okay, he's the champion, let me fight him. Oh, he's the champion too, let me get him. He wasn't. That wasn't his language. No. He was trying to get paid. And then at the end of the day, he's the richest was one of the richest athletes in the world.
Yeah.
Was the richest athlete in the world. So that's what that was. So that's what Floyd was on. So then where I was going with that. But yeah, but you can't. Don't worry about the loss of shit. Sometimes losing is what it is. Sometimes these promoters don't know shit neither, and they'll shelve you if you lose.
Yeah,
And, you know, and write you off type shit. They do that to you too, but you can't. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Just try to get the right management. Try to do things the right way. Somebody who can get you. Somebody who knows those alphabets. When I say alphabets, I'm talking about the WBC, the IBF, WBA, WBO. You got to have somebody who knows the ins and outs, who can get you ranked, not just fight a whole bunch of damn people. You can fight a bunch of dudes 20-0. If those dudes that you beaten ain't ranked by the alphabets, you just got a good win. It don't matter. You want somebody who's going to try to push you and get you rated, so your whole team can make some money.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't have that behind you, you ain't gonna go no damn well.
Right.
All you gonna have is a self victory to say, yeah, I won. You know what I'm saying? I beat this dude. He was a good fighter. If the rest of the world don't know he was a good fighter, nobody gives a damn who you beat.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with me in my career, I'm not that type of person. I don't get it. I'm not boastful like that. Mm-hmm. But there was a lot of guys that was top amateurs, was good amateurs, turned pro, and so happened to run across me and got fucked up. You know, got knocked out or whatever. And but as their career went on, they went on fighting any old body from anywhere, and their records probably went to shit.
Right.
Over time, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really, you can't do that. I don't do that, but I know even if it didn't, I wouldn't have done that. Even if I don't brag like that.
Right.
But but that's the thing about it, man.
Yeah, man. It was. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. It was a good session, man.
Yeah, for sure it was.
It's always love. You was the guy that we looked up to growing up. You know what I'm saying? You was the boxing hero in Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? It's always love from your boy.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Really good conversation, bro. And I really hope things work out for you in your next run of your career.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to get this back straight. I just I had chiropractor for the past like 5 months. I mean, my back been bothering me since I was a kid, so I've been fighting with this issue for decades, man. Back out. Like I said, I lost that fight on Peterson. My back was out. You know what I'm saying? And I was forced to take it. I couldn't not take it. They was going to suspend my license. It was a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that made me bitter, but now I let it go. I gotta let go of that bitterness, because all I'm gonna do is be bitter. And I'm not trying to be bitter in the game. I'm trying to better myself.
Right.
Instead of be bitter, I'm trying to better myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to do now, man. And the past is the past, and it's a new day and a new me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And real quick, what weight class you thinking about? You looking at?
I'm on 47. I think I can't fight. I can't fight no other weight class but that weight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I grew out of 140. That's it. Yeah, I think I had grown out of that, man. I got the grown man body now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was nice talking to you, bro. It's always love coming from over here. We gonna catch up again. Probably after some big fights and some. Get your thoughts on the fight. Get your reaction. And yeah, man, thank you for your time, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Everybody hit that like button for your boy. Peace out.
Yeah, peace out.
All right.
All right. One.